Hey everyone, it's Ghost Test here for another car review. And today on my left side is John Milner's car, and on my right, Bob Felfa's car. So let's get started, shall we? So right here, the yellow one is John Milner's 1932 Ford Deuce Coupe, driven by Paul Lemaitre as John Milner. It was featured in American Graffiti in 1973, made by George Lucas. This car has been the most iconic car since it was introduced since that year. And after 50 years, it's still iconic. As you can see inside the car, if you remember Paul Lemaitre and Mackenzie Phillips as those two, you might have remembered seeing them cruising around in Petaluma, designed as Modesto in 1962. And if you're also familiar with the shifter knob, which is the piston, you might have remembered this scene where John gave to Carol, and he dropped her off at her house at that night. And also, if you come to the back, you can see there's an Easter egg of what Todd described about John's car at the end of the movie, known as the fastest car in the valley. It's a reference to the THX 138. So, with this car, it's pretty much everyone's favorite, especially with these cool custom muscle car wheels. Because you don't get to see those type of cars with these wheels not much anymore in this part of time. It's been a long-lasting, perfect one since it became a cruising vehicle in Modesto's cruising graffiti night since the first one, back since the 90s. And if you also can see about the engine of this car, you can pretty much tell this car can win by any other car of its kind compared to its rival, because how much horsepower it has. And I guess that's about it for John's. Now for car number 2, Bob Felfa's 1955 Chevy 150. If you guys are familiar with this one, it's driven by Bob Felfa, who is played by Harrison Ford. This car is also an icon car of its muscular, powerful look. And it has identical looking wheels as John Milner's car. And it's special design too, that we don't get to see anymore. And if you look in front of the car, you can also tell it's iconic too, with this tough face look. It's minus the Chevy logo, like all Chevys usually have. And it has the most iconic license plate too. It says 56. And you come over here to look in the inside. You can see that Harrison Ford gave Cindy Williams, the actress who played as Lori, a ride to Paradise Road, where they race against John Milner with his car. Which I know you if you guys are familiar with the hat Bob wears from the movie, it's inside this car. It's a special remembrance. And there's a street, Paradise Road in there, Petaluma, California. Which we also have a street name in Paradise Road in Modesto. And if you guys are familiar with the skull head on the mirror, which I don't think there was one in the movie, which I think it was like a shrunken head or something. But these two are just replicas of the real ones. Because it might have remembered the screen used the one that crashed when it lost control on the highway. And how it took more damage than the two characters were. And if you come in the back, you can tell this icon here of how the rear end looks. Of how because how iconic it is with the logo in the back instead of the front. And especially how the taillights look, since 55 Chevys have those besides I think 56 have some too. And yeah. So now with these two icons, it will never be forgotten if Paul Emmett and Harrison Ford passed away in the future. Because as long as these are here, along with the Impala, the Vespa, the 2CV, the Thunderbird, like all those cars, over here once this building is all complete in the future, I'm pretty sure they'll be here until the grand opening. Well, I guess that's about it. I hope you liked this video. If you do, then put a thumbs up or like, subscribe, comment down below, and hit the notification bell for more. Long live American Graffiti forever. Ghost Test. Peace! Hey everyone, Ghost Test here, and I forgot to tell you about the reminder. Next month, in the first week of June, everyone's favorite actress named Mackenzie Phillips, who played as Carol, is coming to town in the first week. I would say in the 4th, and I think the 5th, and the 6th of the Graffiti night and the car show. And I think that's about it. And I think she'll give out, like autographs to her fans as well. That's all I need to tell you guys. I hope we see you there, especially as Mackenzie. Bye.